Okay guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm gonna do like a little Target haul. As you can see, I went to Target, and I also want to talk about the symptoms that I have with my son versus the symptoms that I have with my daughter. So I guess we can just go ahead and get right into the video. Real quick, I'm gonna be cutting up like some fruit, so I just thought I might as well just do a Target haul since I bought some stuff from Target. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special, just bleach and some OxyClean clothing sanitizer. I put this in every load of clothes that I wash because it sanitizes your clothes for you. Garbage bags, Q-tips. Ew. There's a freaking tomato in this bag. Target has these cute little BPA-free plates, cups, bowls, and they were really cheap. They were like 50 cents. So I picked up 2 for Zaire, and then I got him 2 little freaking cups. Like, how cute. Let me show you. I have to come closer to the camera. How cute are these? These are so cute. He's gonna love that. And I got me some M&Ms. I got zucchini and squash. That's what I'm making tomorrow with chicken and like broccoli, mac and cheese. Grapes. Got a pepper for my chicken. Kiwi. Strawberry. The Ocean Spray grapes are so good. So they have the strawberries at Target. I want to try it, so I got a new cutting board because the cutting board that I have now is ghetto, and this is just stuff that I had to throw in a bag because it was in my car. I had to bring it upstairs, but that's nothing. Let me put this stuff away so that we can go ahead and get into the video. Okay, I think it's only necessary that we pour a big glass of wine while we have this top. Is this a top? I don't know. Yeah, my friend brought this over yesterday because we had a movie night, and I told her that I'm gonna drink the rest. So that was it. I thought it was more in there. That's crazy. I gotta sit down because I'm zoomed in, and this camera is like has the worst like wide angle. I think moral of today's story is that I need to get a better camera. Okay, so if you hear my washer in the background, I'm washing clothes. If you hear the TV in the background, Lele is watching Encanto, or Encanto is watching her at this point because she's asleep. I do just want to do a disclaimer before we get started into the video. These are just my symptoms. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an OB. These are just my symptoms, personal symptoms that I had. Just because I had these symptoms does not mean that you guys will either. I'm just sharing my experience. I want to start with morning sickness. So I had a lot of morning sickness with Zaire, my son. The morning sickness that I had with him lasted like all day. It lasted like anytime I would eat, I would have to have a ginger ale next to me because it was that bad. And when I went to restaurants, if they didn't have ginger ale on the menu, then I would just be so scared because it didn't happen all the time, but it happened often. So anything I ate, I threw it up. Anything I ate, I threw it up. Like, it was so bad to the point to where I was like used to throwing up. I threw up so much I was used to throwing up, so I knew when it was coming. I didn't freak out. I didn't do the most because, like, you know, when you throw up, I hate throwing up. Like, so I couldn't eat, smell, or be around anything like specific things. Like for me, it was spicy foods really did it for me. Like I could not eat wings. I couldn't eat hot fried, like, cause I'm a spicy person. I love spicy foods. When I was pregnant with my son, I could not even like think about spicy foods or I would throw up, like for real. And my friends, when we went out, when we go somewhere, my best friend Farrah, why can I talk? My best friend Farrah, she couldn't eat anything spicy around me because I would just throw up or feel like I wanted to throw up, so it would just ruin her appetite, so she didn't eat anything spicy around me. I would say that probably lasted for like the whole first trimester, probably going into the second. Okay, let's move on to like mood swings. So with my daughter, I had real bad mood swings. Like, I know that my baby daddy hated me because he got it the most. Like, you could just look at me a certain way and I was about ready to snap. I had horrible mood swings with Leilani. I had to continuously tell myself to chill because everything would really just like freaking piss me off. Everybody really would just piss me off all the time. I had a very short temper, so that was with my daughter. With my son, I had my days, but with my daughter, it was like every freaking day I had like something going on. Like, I just used to get I remember getting so irritated, and like I said, my baby daddy, he got it the worst. Like, him out of everybody, I don't know why, but him, he used to do it for me. And I was a lot to put up with, so yeah. I'm gonna cut these kiwis next. I don't know how to cut a kiwi, and I would watch a video, but I just don't feel like doing all that, so. But yeah, these are so good. Okay, so with my son, I never experienced heartburn before in my life, but with my son, I had really bad heartburn. It was bad. Hold on, let me get a potato peeler. With my son, like I said, I never had heartburn before in my life. And with my son, it was my first time experiencing heartburn, so it really scared me. And thankfully, I was with one of my coworkers at the time, so she told me, Coke fixes heartburn. And while I was having the heartburn or whatever, I was driving. So I was like, what the heck? Like, what is this? What is going on? Like, so I explained like to my coworker how I felt, and then she told me it was heartburn. So I drank some Coke and it helped me. Appetites and cravings. I would say I had really strong appetites or cravings with both my kids. So it's really hard to, tell what gender you're having when it comes to like cravings. They say if you craving sweets as a girl. It was so weird because I could eat more with my son, even though like once I passed like the morning sickness phase, I could eat more with my son than my daughter, but I wasn't gaining enough weight with my son, and I was gaining enough weight with my daughter. So with my son, I had to drink the little Ensure drinks. This is the last kiwi that I'm cutting on camera because it's taking too long. So yeah, I had to drink Ensures with my son to gain weight because my OB was saying that I wasn't gaining enough weight for him, and that could be harmful for like the baby. The baby is not getting all of the nutrients that they need if you're not, gaining. You're not gaining weight. Y'all both should be gaining weight. So at this point, I'm not sure if you can see me in the camera. But you don't need to see me. Just listen to me. I never cut a watermelon before. I really try to avoid it. So I heard with watermelons, this yellowness right here means that it's ripe. If you see like a white spot, if it look white, that means it's not ready. If you see a yellow spot, that means it's ready for you to cut because it sat out in the sun longer. So I'm gonna taste it. Dang, freaking hard on my watermelon. Ooh. Never cut a watermelon before because I hate cutting watermelon. It takes too much work. Alright. He's kind of red. He looks more red on camera. Okay, let's move this to the side. What the heck did I leave off for? With my daughter, I don't remember eating as much, but for some reason I was still gaining the right amount of weight. But with my son, for some reason I was eating a lot with my son. Like, don't come for me how I'm handling this knife, because I was eating a lot with my son, but I wasn't gaining enough weight. So I don't know if boys just have that impact or what. I don't know what was going on. I need to taste this watermelon to see if I snap or not. It's very juicy and it's sweet. Now that I think about it, Zaire doesn't even eat watermelon, so that was freaking dumb. Whatever. Me and his dad will eat it. Alright, so and going back to after you have your baby, I pretty much lost all of the weight that I gained with my son. But the weight that I gained with my daughter, yeah, I didn't. It's like, I didn't get lucky the second time. It came down to fatigue. I have really bad fatigue with both my son and daughter. I'm trying to see which one was worse. I wouldn't really say one was worse than the other because they were both the same. I would say it was probably worse with my son because he was my first child. So even if I wanted to like lay around and be in bed all day when I was pregnant with Leilani, I couldn't because I had to watch my son. So I kind of have to hurry up because I know y'all just heard Lele and she'd be giving me like warnings. When she's about to start doing what she need to do because she's ready to go to bed. Yeah, y'all. By this time, you should already know the gender of your child. Like when you notice that your hair is growing a lot, or when you're losing a lot of your hair. So it was weird with my son. I don't really remember like if my hair grew or not with my son. I think it did. I don't know, y'all. That was so like long ago. I feel like it definitely did with my daughter. With my daughter, I grew a lot of hair like everywhere. But no, I had a lot of hair growth with my daughter. Like I was going to the Dominicans to get my hair washed and blown out and trimmed, and I don't know if it was them that like messed up my hair, or I don't know if it was like the pregnancy that messed me up, because closer to the end of my pregnancy, I lost, like, I started shedding like a freaking dog. That junk was so sad. I was real, like, I wasn't crying or nothing, but I was really just like losing my hair. Like, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, all the hair that I grew fell out with my daughter right before I had her, and probably a little after. I just remember, I'm not, it's one of those things, like when you have more than one child, you remember a lot from one, but the other one, it's like you don't remember too much. So I remember having like real bad pregnancy brain with my daughter. Real bad pregnancy brain to where I felt like I was losing my I felt like I was losing my memory. I think I'm gonna do more videos like this because I buy fruit every single freaking week because it runs out. Fruit don't last. It literally goes out like candy. Yes, I had really bad pregnancy brain with my daughter, and my friends were convinced that I was freaking stupid, and I had to keep reminding them. It's not me. It's the pregnancy. You could really tell me something, and an hour later, I forget what the fruit we even just talked about. It was bad with my daughter. A lot of times, when you have a daughter, like, you'll see that the baby is breech. So, ew, that piece was not good. I knew I was having a girl because she was breech. And I'm not sure if that happens to boys. I'm pretty sure it does, but that's a big sign that you're having a girl if the baby's breech. Just got so quiet. All of the appliances in the house stopped. So it's really quiet right now. Y'all, I just cut a whole watermelon. I don't think I've ever cut a whole watermelon in my life. Another thing that I was able to tell with my son is I had really dark areolas. My areolas were really dark. So that was something that I noticed with my son, and then with my daughter, my nipples were just really tender. Like, TMI. That's so awkward, TMI. But yeah. I'm real picky when it comes to watermelon because sometimes the texture be way off. Like, ew, no. It's kind of sad because I had them so close in age. So my son didn't really have his alone time, I guess. And when he met my daughter, he definitely was like, what the heck is that? Like, he went from having 100% attention on himself to a baby coming around and the attention going from him to her. And, you know, he's not old enough to like understand yet, so we really made it a priority to try to like give him as much attention as we were giving Lele. I'm glad that I had them so close to age because one, I'm not having no more kids. Like I just don't really like. I don't think I want any more kids right now. Like, I don't know. Of course it might change. There's always a possibility that it'll change. I made a mess, yes, I know. But I don't think I want any more kids. So, I'm really just like enjoying the time that I have with my 2 kids while they're babies, because I really don't, as of right now, I guess I should say, I really don't want any more because I had them so close in age that it's really hard. And 10 out of 10, Wouldn't recommend, but if you do, just know the good side, everybody says it, is that they'll be really close. And now they are still learning the concept of having to share. We have to explain to Zaire all the time that he needs to share his toys with Leilani. And vice versa, pretty much. Even though Lele doesn't really understand now, we still tell her so that Zaire doesn't think that that rule only applies to him, because that's not fair. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, I get off track so freaking easily. My stomach sat really high with Lele, and it was pretty low with Zaire. So that's a big one. You know, they say with low stomachs, you're having a boy. And then with higher stomachs, that means it's a girl. Lele, come on now. I think that's it. Lele's about to start crying. I know y'all can hear her in the back. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I'm gonna sit here and continue to cut up this fruit and then put Lele to sleep, and then probably edit this video because it needs to go up tomorrow. That's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you're new, go ahead and click that subscribe button to join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.